Am I the butthole for putting all of my hair/makeup-kincare products in lockboxes? I've, female, 17, been babysitting these kids, female, 5 female, 6 and 8 every day for almost a year. I'm not sure what their mom does, but she works with a lot of high-end hair/makeup-kincare companies and gets a lot of free stuff. She sometimes comes home with bags of products and tells me to take whatever I want. Needless to say, I have a decently sized collection of high-end products that I used to have on display on my vanity. My sisters, 5, 6, 11, 13, 14, 18, have a habit of breaking into my stuff, especially my makeup, but also things like my shampoo and conditioner. My boss gets me nice ones at a discount, perfumes, lotions, etc. Because I use nicer things than them. I told them to stop taking my stuff, but they wouldn't because sisters share, so one of my brothers, 24, came over and helped me put shelves in my closet, and I bought lockboxes for all of my stuff. My sisters are mad at me because they can't use my stuff anymore, and my mom and stepdad want me to let them use my stuff to keep the peace. My brother is on my side, and he's offering to let me move in with him and his girlfriend and their son, 6 Mo, and I'm considering it, but I wanted to know if I was the butthole. Edit. Please stop commenting on the Claire's makeup and ear piercing for the 5 and 6-year-olds. It happened 6 months ago and I can't time travel. They only got Claire's makeup because I had a gift card. The rest of their play makeup is Al for Nix. I'm not their mom, so the ear piercing wasn't my choice. Edit 2. Please stop saying my brother's only offering for me to live with him, so I can turn into a free babysitter. We already talked about it and I won't be his babysitter, he just wants to help me. Not the butthole. You have 6 sisters? And you are supposed to share all your stuff with them? Nope. I have a sister, and we never shared makeup-kincare or shampoo/conditioner. Original poster replies. 6 sisters and 5 brothers. Edit. Miscounted my brothers. Do your parents not own a TV? 12 kids blows my mind. Original poster replies. I was the youngest of 5, then my mom married my stepdad, and he had 3 kids, then they decided to have 4 more. It's kind of insane. Oof, that's mad. I have 2 kids and that's a handful. I can't imagine how wild it is having that many people in one house. Original poster replies. My oldest brother moved out and my 2 middle brothers are in college and are only here in the summer, but I'm with my dad during the summer, so there's only 9 of us here most of the time, but, yeah, it's still crazy. I think if your brother's okay with it, you should heavily consider moving in with him. You deserve peace. Move in with the brother. You will probably wind up watching their baby once in a while, so you'd want to talk about expectations around that first, but that seems like a better bet all around. I suspect original poster has been doing a lot of parenting of her younger step-siblings already. Only being responsible for one baby will seem like a break. I suspect so as well, but it's still worth having the conversation, so they're on the same page, and original poster knows if those expectations conflict with things she wants to do, such as being available to babysit the kid she is currently looking after. Trying to decide whether 8 siblings is more or less peace than a 6-month-old. A 6-month-old baby is likely fussy and will cry a lot, but it's better than a set of elementary schoolers who all end up crying because "but I want it" ad nauseum. And it sounds like nephew has at least one parent who'll teach him about boundaries, unlike original poster's sister's parents. At least the baby won't bug her about using her makeup, etc. Yes. This. Move in with the brother. There's only 9 of us here. Blinks incoherently an only child. Original poster replies. I laughed way too hard at this. Original poster, you should absolutely move in with your brother and his wife. Your current house sounds like a literal zoo. And you are not the butthole. Sharing makeup and skincare products is super unsanitary and gross. You and your thousands of sisters will just keep passing the same acne and eye infections back and forth to each other. Yes. Any sort of skin care, hair care, or makeup should be personal. Not only because it's yours, but because of the bacteria and infection it can cause by sharing. Only 9. Glad I'm not the only one that took a second there. Only 9, you say? There's no kind of insane about it. It's downright insane. It's not sanitary to share certain things, especially makeup. And the sisters share only if parents buy the items. Not when you buy it yourself or it is given specifically to you. Not the butthole. I take brother up on his offer. Sounds like you may need to. This is very close to the plot for Cheaper by the Dozen. Legit question, how do people afford to have that many kids to feed/house/educate? They don't. They use older kids for childcare, live on top of each other, and the kids are on their own for education. It's irresponsible, and I don't care if I get downvoted. You're absolutely correct. While I myself am not Mormon and never have been, I grew up in a largely LDS environment, and I saw the negative toll that large sibling groups have on each of them. Parentification is real abuse, and I saw the lack of developmental growth of my peers who had sometimes 5 younger siblings. There is no way to learn to be independent or self-loving when your entire existence is training your younger siblings to grow and take care of their younger siblings. It is sick, and I nearly lost a best friend of mine because of her attempted suicide from the stress. Original poster replies. The fact that they're getting child support for 4 of us helps. Almost everything is bought in bulk, and I'm pretty sure we don't have college funds, and if we do, they wouldn't cover more than 2 years of community college or 1 year at a state school. With that many siblings, you're going to qualify for need-based scholarships and financial aid as long as your grades and test scores are decent. Apply for everything you can find. Sounds like your brother's place might be an upgrade. Baby girl, go live with your brother. I used to date a guy who was the 11th of 12, and they were raised on just an elementary school teacher's salary until the youngest was in school and the mother started cashiering at a department store. They bought a 4-bedroom house at a time when the housing prices were low in that area, and beyond that it was all scrimping, charity and hand-me-downs. My ex always wolfed his food down exceptionally fast because in his house the fastest eaters had the fullest bellies. Leftovers weren't a thing that ever happened. He was only the second of his siblings to attempt college and the first to graduate. Several of his brothers were high school dropouts. Their father had an advanced degree and cared about education, but with so many kids they pretty much all ran wild. Several have lengthy criminal records at this point. I see their names pop up in the police blotter in the newspaper semi-regularly. Maybe that's why they want Original Poster to provide toiletries. Saves them buying it for their large brood. 6 sisters and 5 brothers. Edit, miscounted my brothers. When you have so many it's rather easy to do. Original Poster replies. I swear I was counting my siblings on my fingers, then I was like crap, I ran out of fingers. Time to break out the secret weapon. Toes. Original Poster replies. Laughing my butt off. Mormon, Catholic, or just insane? Original Poster replies. Just insane. You are very funny. Edit, I realize this might have sounded sarcastic, but it's not. I found several of your comments genuinely amusing. Original Poster replies. Thank you. Big families can be both amazing and horrible at the same time. I should know. I have 16 brothers and 15 sisters. Original Poster replies. Holy crap. Never feel guilty for having boundaries and enforcing them. One thing I've learned from having that many siblings is that if you give in, they will keep demanding more and never respect your space, stuff, or boundaries. As a European, I used to think the standard, as in most common, not the only one allowed, family model was the same here and in the US, 2 plus 2. But every other story in this subreddit involves a family of minimum 5 siblings. Do Americans often have that many children? ETA, perhaps the crowd brings out the buttholes in people? Not the butthole, you need autonomy, also at home. Original Poster replies. I'd say the average American family has 1 to 4 kids. Not to mention the hygiene issue with sharing makeup. Not the butthole. Not the butthole. Your parents seem to like making kids, but not parenting them at all. Take your brother's offer and move out. Edit, thank you for the awards. That's what happens when families have this many kids. The older kids just end up being parents. Happened to my best friend, who is the oldest of 10. True story. My husband is 7 of 12. He was almost exclusively raised by his oldest sister, 11 years older than him, and each Mother's Day he thinks about getting her a card/gift but doesn't want to deal with the fallout that doing so would create with his actual mother. If your husband is looking to honor his older sister for the role she played, he can always do so verbally and with an outing together. Their bio mom doesn't need to be told if they want to avoid conflict. Flowers and a card for every mother figure in his life might slide by if his grandma and Aunt S are also included. As the older sister in this situation, I would encourage him to do something or just say something. It would mean the world to her. He and she don't have to tell their mother she got a gift. 2nd of 8 checking in. This is 100% true and much worse for girls, in my experience. IKR? The to keep the peace stance is a piss poor and lazy way of dealing with the situation. Edit. Thanks for the award. Not the butthole. Explain to the older sisters that you had to work for these items, and that they can work too to buy similar items. For the little sisters, you could maybe save some of the empty bottles and fill them with water or cheap lotion, so they can pretend. The expensive stuff usually has pretty packaging. I doubt the 5-year-old really cares about how expensive her shampoo is. Original poster replies. The 5-year-old likes to take my makeup and perfume for dress up, although I got her some makeup from Claire's and cheap perfume, and she mostly stopped. I wouldn't use the Claire makeup though. There have been lawsuits against them for harmful chemicals in their products. From what I have heard. Original poster replies. I had a gift card. If I didn't have enough to cover makeup for my 5 and 6-year-old sisters on the gift card, I definitely would have just gone to Target and got them some cheap makeup there. I would get them e.l.f., so cheap but great reputation for being quality, over Claire's makeup. I have a 3.5-year-old girl who doesn't get anything from Claire's because that company does absolutely nothing to protect the kids they're trying to appeal to from really toxic and harmful chemicals. Especially the jewelry. Original poster replies. The rest of their play makeup is e.l.f. or NYX, but we were already at Claire's getting their ears pierced and I had a $50 gift card that I wanted to get rid of. Not to disregard the other comments, but don't beat yourself up for getting them stuff from Claire's. You're 17 using a gift card. Funds are always limited when you're that age and you're probably saving for major life expenses coming up. I would have done the same thing. Don't beat yourself up about it too much. You're a kid too, it's not your responsibility to be doing this for them, it's just you trying to be kind. I got my ears pierced at age 7 and 13 at Claire's, both lobe piercings, and I was fine, and so are my ears. I still have the piercings and there's nothing wrong with them. As long as it wasn't cartilage, there's really nothing to worry about. I mean, maybe don't go in the future now that you know, but don't let people guilt you about it. It's ironic that a 5-year-old can understand not to take your stuff but the older ones can't. Not the butthole. Also, there's hygiene reasons not to share makeup, which makes you even more justified. Seriously. Apart from the violation of boundaries, this is a huge issue. Those products are never supposed to be shared from person to person, family or no. You could pass skin infections around from sister to sister or worse. This is such an important point. The only safe way to do it is to use separate brushes for each person and clean them regularly. That's what professional makeup artists do. What your sisters are doing is unsanitary and gross. Not the butthole. Especially any kind of eye makeup. Do you want pink eye? Because that's exactly how you get pink eye. Not the butthole. Move in with your brother. Not the butthole. Especially sharing makeup is unhygienic, unless a lot of cleaning and precautions are being taken. It's your stuff. If your parents want your sisters to have it, they need to buy them their own versions of the products. I think the offer to live with your brother would provide for some much-needed calm, aside from the baby. As in, less social pressure within the house and such. Original poster replies. The only reason I didn't accept it yet is because I'm really close to my youngest sisters and they'd be devastated if I leave. But the 5-year-old just called me really old and told me she wants my jewelry when die, so maybe leaving is best, laughing out loud. How far away does brother live? I got closer with my family when I left because then we made actual plans to do stuff together and didn't have all the annoyances of living together. Could you schedule regular sister fun days as a way of preserving that relationship? Original poster replies. He lives 20 minutes away. And I can take my sisters out, and I sometimes take them to work with me because they're best friends with the 2 little girls I babysit, so I'll still see them a lot. It sounds like it would work well for everyone if you moved out. My only concern is that your child support should be going to you if you move out, and I'm sure that would cause issues with your parents. Make sure you inform your dad. Original poster replies. I turn 18 next month, so I don't really want to make it a big deal. Not the butthole taking is not sharing, it's yours as a bonus from work you do. If you wanted to share with your siblings or give them as gifts, that would be fine, but the assumption that you owe them free access to it just because they are family is wrong. Not the butthole. Lock it up. Buy them fake makeup and have a siblings fun day in. Original poster replies. I did that with the 5 and 6-year-olds, but the 11 and 13-year-olds can buy their own with chore money, and the 14 and 18-year-olds are more than welcome to get a job and buy their own stuff. You shouldn't be buying any makeup for anyone. Your parents clearly don't like raising their kids. Move with your brother. Original poster. Damn, that's good pay. Hang on to that one. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to be the first to know about Red Rabbit Reader's new videos. If you like our videos, please like them on YouTube and share them with your friends. We welcome your comments below. Press to start another of our videos.